Hey everyone, welcome back. So in the last video, we designed the whole story section, right? And we got some kind of an output like this. This one right here. I did a small tweaking to the dummy data we used last time. I added new images and just aligned the text style. That's all I did. So if you see the code, this is the change I did. I updated the image URLs, as you can see here, different image URLs, and then I just added a new style for our text, this particular text. Named it story title text, and then added a style over here where I aligned it to the center and gave it a font size of 13 to make this font a little bit smaller than this one right here. Okay, now let's move on to the next section where we'll be creating the feeds part of it. Okay, now let's break down the feeds UI and see what do we have. We have a title, we have a store icon which is a profile picture icon, followed by an image where the actual content of the feed will be. Then we have three icons over here, a comment, a like and a share icon, and then we have the likes count. Okay, so let's break this down. We have one view over here with the profile information, one view over here with the feed information, and one view over here with the let's call it the miscellaneous data of the feed, where we have the likes, we have the comment and all those things. Okay, so this is pretty easy, I think, because we already have a circular image component created. We have the text, we just need to change their alignment. Okay, so let's quickly go ahead and do that. We have the header section over here. As you can see, we have the story container section over here, and below that we'll be creating the feed section. Okay, pretty simple. Let's give it a style value, styles dot what do you call it, feed container. Okay, inside that we'll be creating actually three views, one view for this section, one view for the feed, and one view for this section. Okay, so let's create another view and then we'll add the image. So we can copy the image thing directly from here. We'll just put it over here, and then we will copy the text also from here. Text from here. I think I copied the wrong image, no problem, we can update it. Okay, we'll just format the code. Okay, perfect. So we have an image coming up and then we have a text also. So let's update this image to use the URI, one of the URIs, this one. Okay, so we'll update the source code, we'll copy the source code from here, we'll put it right here, and then instead of the image URL text, we'll be just adding the copying the URL from here directly and just pasting it over here. Okay, so that is there. In the username, I'll just write for now. Okay, save it and see what do we have. Yeah, so we have a image coming up over here and then we have a text coming up over here. We need to align it properly, right? So let's do that. We have a container view. Let's style it a little bit. We'll add a style to it. Styles dot feed header container. Okay, so let's do an inline styling for this. Let's not do this. I want to introduce you guys to a new way of styling it, which is inline styling. I can directly add the style over here. I need not define it separately like this. I can directly add the style for this particular component right here. So what is the style I want to add? Let's say I want to add a flex direction. I'll add flex direction. I'll select column. I need not mention this, but just giving you an example. I save it, and then let me add a style for this also here directly. Okay, what should be the style? I will add the height here. It will be different. It will be 40, and then we'll add the width. 40. I'll save it, and for the title also, for the title let it remain that way. Okay, so I'll save it and I will check the output. As you can see, the style has changed, style is updated, but I still need to add some more items. So let's add the style for feed container. Feed container, I will add the style like normally we do. I'll add it over here. I'll add it a margin. As you can see, there is no margin. It's very close to the border. Let's add a margin start. We'll give it 10. The same way we'll add margin end also 10. Perfect. So it is come with the same alignment as this. Let's add a margin top also. We'll add a margin top 10 also. We'll see how it looks. Looking decent enough. Now, so there's a reason why is this text coming here. Let's figure out why this text is coming there. We gave it a style of story title text, right? Now let's see the design for this. What is the design? Here we have the font size 13, fine, but we have align self as center, and that is why it is coming in the center. Okay, so let's give a different styling for this text. I will make the font size 13 itself, save it, and as you can see the text came right below it, but I need it on the side, right? So let's change the flex direction to raw, and the text is on the right side. Now let's make this circular. I will add the border radius here. I'll add it as 50, and I'll add a border width of 1, and then the border color of pink. Save it and see. Yeah, it's circular and it's coming right. Now I need to bring this a little bit down. Let's add a margin top value over here, 15, and save it. I think I'll make it 12. Yeah, that looks fine. Let's add a margin start value also, which will be 10. Okay, looking good. Now we completed this part over here. Now let's add the image, right? Let's add the image as such. So this will be a simple plain image section, okay, but we will keep it different. We will keep this outside of this container. Let's see, we will create a new view and we will call it, we will give it a style value of styles dot feed. We'll just keep it feed for now. Okay, let's add an image. Let me close that tag. Yeah, format it. Okay, so this I will give a different value. Let me give it 400 because it's an actual big image, right? Let's not have a border radius. Let's give it a small border radius of border 10. I don't need a border width and I don't need a border color, right? So inside the styles view, I have created this particular image, which is our actual feed content. Now let's add some styling to the feed container, this underlying main container. We'll do that, and I will give it a margin, total margin value. I will just simply give it as 10. So when I do it like this, what happens is for top, bottom, left, right, all of them will have a 10 margin. Okay, let's save it. It's saved, and see the output. Yeah, we have the image coming up properly. Now it is aligned on the left side, it's moving a little bit on the right side. Let's fix that from a UI perspective. Okay, let's use a different image. It will be better if you can, use a different one. Let me use this image. Okay, let me copy it and paste it right here. Voila. Okay, let's see. Okay, Spider-Man is looking good. Let's add some margin. So for some reason this margin, let's add a separate margin. Margin start, we'll add it over here, and then margin end also we'll add it. See how it goes. It is moving, it's moved towards a little bit towards this. That is because we have mentioned the width as 400. Let's remove that and see how it comes. Yeah, perfect. So what happened was we manually gave it a width of 400 by mistake. Okay, I did that by mistake. Actually, we don't need the whole width to go out of the screen, right? So we should not give that because we'll be using this application on multiple phones, right? And the ratio will be different. Aspect ratios will be different. We have a folding phone. We have a flip phones. So we should not give this static value. That is why let's remove this width value, save it, and it is coming properly. Okay, I think we can remove this margin start end and just simply give margin of 10. That should be enough. And let's remove this, save it, format it, and yeah, perfect. Okay, now there is a top margin also, there's a left margin, right margin, and there will be margin in the bottom. Once we add something, we'll be able to see. Okay, now what is pending? We need to add the last section. Okay, let's do that. We will create a new view. Perfect. We will style it and call it styles and feed miscellaneous. Okay, these are things that are related to the field, which are which essentially describes what a feed is. Essentially describes the contents in a field, something like a metadata. Okay, Okay, so let's quickly add 3 icons there. I will just copy the icon code from here and just paste it. 1, 2, 3, format the code. Perfect. What is the icon I need here? Heart, right? I think I have a heart icon. Yes, perfect. I have a heart icon. And then let's see, do I have a comment icon? I don't see a comment icon. For now, I think I can use this plus icon over here. So let's put the plus and then the paper plane icon I think I can use over there last as the last icon, paper hyphen plane. Now let's see how this is coming and we'll go to the output. Yeah, we can see 3 items are there, right? But we're not scrollable. We'll figure that out later. Now let's give this a design of flex direction. I think you guys will be familiar with that now. We can give it a flex direction of row. Once we give that, everything is coming side by side. Perfect. Now there is a difference in icon. It is not all unique because we downloaded external assets, but essentially they are looking really good. So now we have the heart icon, the comment icon, the chat icon, share icon over here. Okay. Now in the next section, we'll be adding what I think we can add the text right below, but the text right below that. Okay. So let's do that. I will just quickly put a simple another view for the likes and I'll add a text. Let me copy the text from here. Yes, perfect, and I'll just paste it, format it, add the, maybe make it a little bit bigger, the font, and margins are fine. Margins I can remove these two. Let me add another value here, font weight. I make this bold because usually our like contents are bold. If you go to the actual output and see, it is a bit bolder, right? So let's keep it bold and we will give some random like value. Okay, save it and see the output. Yep, we have it. Let's add, maybe we can add a little bit margin. Okay, so let's add a margin start 10 and see how it looks. Yeah, perfect. So we now replicated a somewhat clone of the feed section. Now in the coming video, what we'll do is we'll put this into a flat list also, because right now it is not scrollable. We only have one feed item, right? The same way the stories is scrollable, we need to have the feed also to be scrollable. So in the next video, we'll be putting the whole thing, this whole thing we designed, starting from this point and to this point dynamically. We'll create this dynamically and we'll just put it inside a flat list. The same way we did for stories. There is no difference. Once we have the actual output, you guys will see that it's identical. So until we see each other again, subscribe and follow.